Hi, art friends. It's time for us to get started with our weaving. So I have my loom in front of us, and then I have some pre-cut strips. These are going to be an alternating process that we're going to do this with. You might find it easier if you turn it over and if you get started by putting some numbers across the top of your paper. Notice that I started over here on this side with the number 1, and then a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to start weaving with this blue paper. I'm going to go over my number 1. See, my paper is over it. I'm going under my number 2, over my number 3, under my number 4, over number 5, under number 6. I gotta pick it up so I can go under my number 6, over my number 7, under my number 8. Just leave it hang out there for now. I'm gonna pick my next strip. This time I'm going to do an alternate pattern. You can see the number 1 strip. You can see this blue is over the number 1. This time I'm gonna start under the number 1, and I'm gonna go over my number 2. I'm going to go under my number 3. I'm going to go over my number 4. I'm going to go under my number 5. Sometimes I have to pick it up and stick it under. Over number 6. Look at how I even put my finger sometimes underneath and I can poke it up. Under my 7 and over my 8. I should start to get my papers in position. In other words, I should start scooching them up. I realize I'm covering up some of those numbers, but now I think I've got it. I think now I'm ready to go. So I'm scooching them so that they're close together, they touch. My paper is going all the way to the edge, and as I scooch these up, they touch each other and they start to form what looks like to us as a checkerboard. So I have my blue paper. It's going to repeat and match an alternating pattern. It's going to match the first one that I did. So we see that the turquoise is over the yellow. So my dark blue is going to go over the yellow. So I put it over the first, under the second. And I'm alternating with what I did. I'm going back to what I did the first time. There's only 2 different choices, over the first or under the first. And you just repeat that going across your paper. So it's as easy as alternating what you did. In other words, over the yellow, under the yellow. Over the yellow, guess what happens next? Under the yellow. So I'm taking this strip, I'm going under the yellow, the first one, and then I do the over, under. It's opposite of the last strip you wove. You are always doing opposite of the last strip you wove. Dark blue is over this one. Pink is going under this one. And you simply do that for the whole paper. If you have long strips like these, they can just hang out at the end. That's fine for right now. Started over, right? This pink one went, I'm sorry, this pink one went under the yellow, so this purple one is starting over the yellow. Alternating every other one, the opposite of what you did the last strip. So you can see it just keeps going. If you use some of our smaller strips, they're going to probably fit with less extra space. Scooch them up so there's no extra spaces in there. They touch each other. The pink one is touching the blue. I can feel it slide with my finger. By doing that, you're almost locking the pieces into place and they won't slide out for you. They will keep the weaving tight. I'm going to finish this up and I'll talk to you in a minute.